Alright y'all, now normally I'll say it's getting hot outside, but it's not even getting hot. It's cooling down as we're approaching October, but somehow it's still going down outside as if it's summer. The sad part about it is, bodies are dropping at a rapid pace, and of course, we may not know why, aside from just gang wars and the usual, but the more bodies are dropping, you would think guys would settle and just try to get money and stay out the way. But no, these guys are just trying to get some sort of revenge, and before you know it, the cycle just continues. Now in this case here, we have DMG Lil Deuce. Unfortunately, we will learn today that he's been shot and unalive. He's a very close affiliate of Lil Zay Osama, and in fact, he was part of the feud that was booked when they got stopped by police and had all the firearms in the trunk of their car. He was also the one that everyone most notably know him for when he would do that hood vlog where he would speak on robbing jewelers at a time where Lil Zay Osama was accused of taking some jewelry from his friend slash jeweler, Benny the Jeweler. Not only incriminating Lil Zay Osama, but also doing it to himself and everyone else around him. As a matter of fact, he also been spotted recently going live with Lil Zay Osama, speaking on the beef between Zay and 600 members, as we would hear him on live threatening to unalive 600 members while him and Zay Osama was on live. And that's crazy because as y'all can see, look how the universe works. Now at some point, we're going to learn to stop speaking on the deceased or just stop making threats altogether, because as we see, it never goes the way these guys plan it. And also it's ironic because according to DMG Lil Deuce's last Instagram story, he said that he was leaving the streets because it's not what it seemed. Now that post within itself was a little strange because it couldn't have came at a crazier time where just hours after posting that he's getting out of the streets, he will be shot and unalive. So we're going to get into that as well as the incident that occurred that led to Deuce losing his life. But in the meantime, before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, one of Lil Deuce's last posts on his Instagram story would read, quote, "I'm done gangbanging. I'm going the clean route. This ish don't even feel the same, 100 emoji." Now, he could have posted this for many reasons. He could have found out that maybe he was in some legal trouble and wanted to get out the streets. He could have found out that someone snitched on him. He could have found out that one of his friends he felt was close snaked him, or he just could have had that epiphany where we all are tired of something and realize that we're doing something that could potentially harm our future and we should stop while we are ahead. Whatever it was, like I stated before, I think it was interesting that right after posting that he wants to get out of the streets, he ends up losing his life shortly after. Now this could also be a testament to anybody out there, whether you're a YN or older person that's in the streets and think you should stop. Well, you should, because at the end of the day, a lot of times we see where a lot of guys want to get out the streets and they even make efforts to, but by that time it's way too late because their past usually comes to haunt them. And then in a situation like this where you want to get out, sometimes you just can't. Now for y'all that don't know, this is an affiliate of Lil Zay Osama's, and he's also known to be the guy that allegedly will handle you if you have problems with Lil Zay and their gang. Just recently, they will go live and speak on the ongoing tension between Lil Zay and 600 and threaten to unalive 600 members if they don't stop playing. How crazy that is now that he will end up in the position that he's in. Now also, we're not saying that 600 had anything to do with this neither, because honestly, none of us know what happened. But it is ironic that the way he said things would turn out for them will actually be what was his fate. Now, according to Spot News via Twitter, it'll state, quote, "Male 23 shot and unalive. 816 East 91st Street. The crime scene consists of about 30 shell casings, bullets, vehicle struck by gunfire, and blood. A weapon was also recovered." Now, an article posted by ABC Chicago, which we believe is based on the same shooting, they will state, quote, "A man was fatally shot in a drive-by Friday morning on Chicago's South Side, according to police. Police said the shooting happened around 10:32 a.m. in the 800 block of East 91st Street in the city's Burnside neighborhood. A male of unconfirmed age was walking near the sidewalk when someone inside an approaching vehicle opened fire. The victim was taken to the University of Chicago Hospital, where he later passed away. The victim's name and age are unknown at this time. No arrests have been made. Area 2 detectives are investigating. Now, of course, no suspects have been caught, and more than likely, this is going to turn into a cold case like most of them, especially being that not a lot of information was even given. So don't be surprised if nobody is caught. Now y'all know in typical drill fashion, when someone loses their lives, their ops will hurry up and hit the internet to troll, more than likely just like the person who lost their life would do if one of their ops passed away. THF member G Baby would be the first I seen, as he would respond to the post by Chicago Hits, as he would post a smoking cigarette symbolizing him smoking on Lil Deuce. Then he would take to his IG story to troll some more, as he would screenshot the comments of that same post and caption it with laughing emojis, as the users would say, quote, "Damn, he just posted he was trying to get out the streets too." Every time an MF tweet like that on a story, something happened to him. He did get out the streets, God took him with him. Power of the tongue is crazy. Then he captioned it saying, "Ain't it though?" He would take to another slide to repost a picture of Deuce and caption it, saying, quote, I got schoon," trolling Deuce as he quoted one of Deuce's songs. Now THF Muda would take to his story and include blowing smoke emojis and the peace sign, basically showing his distaste for the situation as well. He will also take to the next slide to post a video of fallen THF member TP, who lost his life when he was shot and unalive in front of his daughter and her mom. There's been many rumors of who did it, where some would say 051 or Lil Deuce and his people had something to do with it, but one thing's for sure, Lil Zay Osama made funny hints and subs towards TP when he had a No Jumper interview, and so did Lil Deuce when they went live. So being that Deuce now lost his life, I guess this is how the universe worked out for him. Now a person who we don't hear a lot from or see doing much trolling would be 600 member M-Thing. As y'all know, recently Lil Zay Osama and 600 have been at odds due to his words concerning 600 member Bite Down, and Lil Zay basically threatening 600 due to anyone supporting Bite Down. Ironic enough, him and Deuce was just on live talking about unaliving 600 members, and look how that turned out. And maybe that's the reason behind M-Thing's post, because he would take to his IG story after news came out about Deuce and reposted another post that stated, quote, "When you want to be tough and seen, that don't do nothing but make you a bigger target." And I agree. Y'all gotta remember, for every tough guy out there, there's somebody tougher. And for every gangster that's out there, just know that there's someone looking for someone like you to do something to, just so they could prove a point. They didn't stop making guns when they made yours, so sometimes it's best you just stay in your lane. You don't have to be weak, it don't mean you're soft, but when you welcome problems, just like M-Thing said, at the end of the day, all you're doing is making yourself a bigger target. Simple. Now lastly, another THF member by the name of Space would troll Deuce, and then in the second slide, he will actually repost his picture and caption it, saying, quote, "I got schoon," crying emojis, smoke emoji. Now, as y'all see, this is what they do whenever one of their ops or whoever tries to troll them and they pass away. And as I always say, it's hard having empathy for these guys, especially when you know that they praise the streets, they make threats, because at the end of the day, if the shoe was on the other foot, they will do the exact same thing. So what do you say, or how are you supposed to feel when somebody who's in the streets have something that happened to them from the streets, right? If you on live saying you're gonna unalive somebody, F this dead person, F that dead person, and something happens to you, you gotta keep that energy. Now, I was looking to see if Lil Zay Osama said anything, and of course he didn't. We see times like this where it'll probably take days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, where these guys will respond to losing a member that was close to them. But I guess when everything first happened, it gotta take time for it to actually resonate and for them to actually approach, the public. And this is also crazy because Lil Zay Osama just signed a deal, a new one. He was in one before, he just signed one, he was talking, about signing, getting more money, and then something like this happened. Well, on the flip side, I do find it ironic when a lot of these guys sign these deals, somehow, some way, somebody close end up losing their life. And I know y'all probably gonna say, "Oh, Hookah, this ain't no conspiracy thing, it's just the trenches, this what happens," and I get it. But sometimes it's not always what we see. And I'll just leave it at that, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.